So I'm David Alvey, Mayor and CEO of the Unified Government of Wyandotte County, Kansas City, Kansas. And I am here today to make pies for a great cause, Groundworks NRG. So this is the finished product, and you'll see how we made this. And it's very simple, just follow the directions and you'll be home, easy as pie. The ingredients are really simple. It's just some all-purpose flour, some salt, vegetable shortening, and some water, and that makes the pie crust. You can make just enough pie crust for one pie. I'd go ahead and make enough for 4 or 5 pies. For a double crust pie, 2 cups of flour, about a teaspoon of salt. Stir the salt and the flour together. Get it nice and loose and get all that salt distributed in there. And it's about 3/4 of a cup of shortening for each double crust pie. You're going to push through the shortening into the flour, and that creates little pieces of shortening in the flour. You can tell when it's got enough shortening in it when you pull it like this, and it tends to clump a little bit, just a little bit. You can still break it up, but it'll start wanting to hold together. That's plenty. Now we add the ice water. Again, you want to use ice water because when the ice water gets on that shortening, it causes that shortening to stay together. It doesn't get dissolved into the crust as you're making the crust. So I'm just going to be pouring this in. You don't want to mix your pie dough or work your pie dough too much because the flour, the gluten in the flour will start developing and make your pie crust tough, and that's not what you want. All right, that's all I need to do to it. So you can see here, it's all coming together. I need to flour my hands because what I need to do is pick up the dough and I'm going to form it. If you've got one that seems a little bit smaller than the others, like I have here, that's going to be a top crust. All right, and there we are. Now, rolling it out. I'm going to flatten this into a disc. I'm just going to form it again, make sure all the little pieces come together. I'm going to place it down, press it with the palm of my hand, forming a little disc. Press, do it again. That tends to cause those cracks to come back together. And when you roll out, start for the center. Don't have to push hard, just roll, bring it back. Rotate it, start from the center, pull out. Lift it up, fold it over, reflour, lay it back down, start from the center. So you can use the smaller ones and just do the same thing. And I'm going to use this for the top crust. And now I'm going to check the size to see if it's right. Take my pie plate, lay it down. That's plenty. It should go beyond the pie plate because it's got to come up the sides of the pie plate. And it's very simple. Fold it over into a quarter. Put it right in the center of the pie plate. Flip over this side and then flip it over again. And that is your bottom crust. So now we are ready to fill our pie shells. I'm making a mixed berry pie, which is red raspberry and blackberry, and that's a favorite among people. And what you want to do is you want to sweeten it with some sugar. I think 3/4 of a cup of sugar to a cup of sugar is enough for a 9-inch pie like this. And then you need to thicken it. Cornstarch is what I'm using today. It's about 3 tablespoons per 4 to 5 cups. Just stir the cornstarch and the sugar together, and then all you do is you just pour it over your berries. Okay, now we're ready to fill the pie plates. I've got 5 pies, so I've got to distribute this evenly among the 5. Go around and do 1 cup at a time in each pie. That is close enough. Now, the next step is going to be putting the top crust on. Take the pie crust that's folded over, lay it on, fold it back over. So you see the pie crust is laying on top. Now I want to crimp it, pull it together, pull the pie dough up from around the edges, and crimp, getting a little bit of turn. And there you have it. You have to get some steam vents here. If the steam stays inside, it can make for a soggy crust. And the final step will be an egg wash. You brush the top with egg yolk, just beat up the egg, and I take a pastry brush, and I'm just going to brush the top lightly. And when this bakes, it'll bake nice and golden brown. So this is going to get wrapped, go into the freezer. Some people like to sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top before they bake. You can do that. What you're looking for in the baking, first of all, you want the top to be golden brown, but you also want to see the juices coming out, bubbling out, and then looking thickened. This is going to make a great feast. It's a good, heavy pie, plenty of filling. The crust is going to be just right. I hope you enjoy it.